Y'all give it up for Ben one more time, man. God, what a songwriter. I'm going to tell you a bunch of story songs tonight, so y'all hang in there with me. Working on a brand new record right now. This is called I Did Nothing Wrong. Well, I left Atlanta for Texarkana, gonna help put the pipeline in. When I heard a sound and my truck broke down around mile marker 110. Well, up come a man in a black Trans Am, said, son, do you need a ride? Well, I thought my luck, so I grabbed my stuff and I just climbed inside. Yeah, I just climbed inside. He was stacked and packed with guns in the back, and he never gave his name. It smelled like a skunk had died in the trunk, and I knew there was something strange. A back road weaving when we got caught speeding, doing round 105. He never did stop, and my heart just dropped. He says, shoot when they get alongside. Yeah, shoot when they get alongside. But I did nothing wrong, Lord, I did nothing wrong. I just want to go home, Lord, I just want to go home. Somebody get on the phone, Lord, somebody get on the phone. And tell the police that it wasn't me, yeah, I did nothing wrong. Had the helicopter flying and the sirens crying. I was shaking like a leaf from fear. I said, I don't know you, I didn't see nothing. You can just let me out right here. He put the pistol to my temple, said, son, it's real simple. You're staying here with me. Yeah, I ain't going back. I got a 50-pound sack full of Colorado mountain green. Yeah, Colorado mountain green. But I did nothing wrong, Lord, I did nothing wrong. I just want to go home, Lord, I just want to go home. Somebody get on the phone, Lord, somebody get on the phone. And tell the police that it wasn't me, yeah, I did nothing wrong. Well, I closed my eyes when they laid down the spikes. I knew I was gonna die. When he turned in the woods, I said this ain't good, and we flipped that car 6 times. Yeah, it got thrown out, but I heard him shout as he took off through them trees. And I was laying there pinned when the law moved in, sitting in the driver's seat. Yes, sitting in the driver's seat. But I did nothing wrong, Lord, I did nothing wrong. I just want to go home, Lord, I just want to go home. Somebody get on the phone, Lord, somebody get on the phone. And tell the police to set me free, yeah, I did nothing wrong. I'm the only man in that black Trans Am, and I did nothing wrong. Thank you. I think you might have hit the guitar. Yeah, my mark. Oh, okay. I'm bad about that. So, in this profession that I'm in, you're gonna stay in some shitty motels from time to time. That's just part of it. Thankfully, I got the van now, so I just sleep in it during the summer. But there's everywhere I go, I talk to people. They're like, I'm like, everybody's got that one motel in their town that everybody else stays away from. You just know that's where all the meth is made in your county, and you accept that and move on. But just down from my house, about 20 miles or so, there's this place called the Country Inn. And my manager wanted to go do a photo shoot there, and I didn't realize what she was talking about. I thought we were going to meet at the Country Inn Suites or something. There's nothing sweet about this Country Inn, I can assure you. So after I recovered from hepatitis, I decided to write a song about it. This is called The Country Inn right here. Well, the Country Inn on Highway 10's where the devil goes to sleep. A 9-room cheap fare with Marlboro air. The lights busted out to marquees. You got something to hide, well come inside. And this is the place for you. And those red pale walls can recall more than they'd like to at the Country Inn. The Country Inn. In room number 9, she names her price while he lies about who he is. I picked her up by a bar in a used rental car 'cause he couldn't use his. But when the cops kicked in, they saw nothing but skin tangled up in them sheets. They pulled back the cover and it was a governor caught up in that sting at the Country Inn on Highway 10. A green scum in the pool, no laws or rules, where you keep your secrets hid. For $27.50, you can live out all your sins. 7 days a week at the Country Inn. I've kind of lived this next verse a little bit. In room number 4, they slept on the floor after playing an all-night show. A little 5-piece band from Texarkana had been touring up and down the road. Yeah, they jumped up awake when they heard the glass break. The drummer grabbed his pistol off the stand. They all went to sprinting after all that equipment, shooting holes in their own white van at the Country Inn on Highway 10. A green scum in the pool, no laws or rules, where you keep your secrets hid. For $27.50, you can live out all your sins. 7 days a week at the Country Inn. All right, this final verse is for all you ladies out there that love to watch them murder documentaries on Netflix. In room number 2, when he came to, he told her it was all a mistake. His 3-day bender on cheap corn liquor was written all over her face. She said, I went to the store and I got you some more. Yeah, I know you didn't mean to be mean. She kept mixing him doubles till she saw him buckle with a belly full of antifreeze at the Country Inn on Highway 10. A green scum in the pool, no laws or rules, where you keep your secrets hid. For $27.50, you can live out all your sins. 7 days a week at the Country Inn. At the Country Inn. Thank you. Well, everybody around this area knows we got that. I don't have to do a big explanation, but we got Bonnaroo, down there in Manchester, and forever my roommate in college, his grandfather was a fire chief in Manchester, so we got EMS passes to go, which means we could take in a backpack, which apparently is a really big deal at Bonnaroo. And he also played baseball with the guy that was doing the beer booth. And so he thought it'd be this great idea if we buy like 25 cases of beer and walk through the crowd with our backpacks and sell beer. So we made like $2,000 in 45 minutes. A lot of thirsty hippies out there. This one guy didn't have any money, though, and my buddy sure did love to smoke grass, and I will say this was not your run-of-the-mill stuff, necessarily. I wasn't sure if I was watching the show or if it was watching me. It inspired this song right here. This is called The Trip. Well, I was sitting on my ass just rolling grass, kicking back and watching golf. I took a couple big puffs, but it didn't do much. Yeah, I figured that I got ripped off. I heard a knock on the door, thought, oh my Lord, as I tried to hide in my stash. When I opened it wide, it was the FBI telling me that I needed to pack. So we hopped in the car, went pretty damn far to this bunker out in the hills. Yeah, they gave me my credentials, said it's confidential, and told me that aliens are real. I said I knew it, I always knew it. I saw him back in 92. He said we gotta get to prepping to keep from Armageddon, but you're gonna help see us through. You're gonna take a little trip on a big spaceship to the west side of Mars. We'll trade them anything they want, just as long as they don't come down here where we are. We'll say nothing wrong, keep your helmet on, cause they can sure read your mind. I ain't trying to be tough, but if you screw this up, boy, we're all gonna die. Well, I felt like Vader without a lightsaber when I stepped on off of that ship. And getting NASA on the phone, cause old Armstrong ain't never had to deal with this shit. I walked over to them, said, how you doing, friends? I think we can work this out. But it wasn't like the movies, they were on to me, and I had to get the hell out now. I said, smell you later, losers, as I fired up the boosters. Yeah, I wasn't gonna hang around. Hey, Houston, Houston, I need a solution, cause I think I'm going down. I woke up in my chair just clinging for air, as high as a kite in the wind. I didn't know whether to buy more of that weed or to never smoke again. I didn't know whether to buy more of that weed or to never smoke again. Thank you. When we got more time, y'all come to another show and I'll tell the extended version of that story. It did not get better. So everything I've played you so far is some new music, and this is a new one as well. I think we're going to put this out for a single later on this year. But this is called Dangerous Men right here. Yeah, the bank's got a hidden man looking for me. The only Lincoln I got is from '83. Big brother keeps me on a pretty short leash. Yeah, he charged me for water and he taxed me to breathe. I called to the Lord, but I ain't got a dime. The only sign I've seen is on a picket line. If pressure's a privilege, I don't want it no more, 'cause it's a privilege I can't afford. Desperate times make some desperate men, and desperate men commit some dangerous sins. When the pantry's empty and the paper's thin, and desperate times make some dangerous men. Never would have dreamed this is where I'd land, outside of June's grocery with a gun in my hand. I've Gone to this store nearly all of my life, and what I take from that sip is gonna carry a price. The babies are hungry and the wife is through. With my back against the wall, I don't know what to do. If my daddy could see me, he wouldn't believe how an honest living made a liar out of me. In desperate times make some desperate men. And desperate men commit some dangerous sins. When the pantry is empty and the paper is thin. In desperate times make some dangerous men. Now I'm doing a nickel and a striped jumpsuit. The wife and the kids moved back up to Boone. I should have thought better not to try and steal, 'cause a cold jail cell ain't worth free hot meals. The judge said, boy, what is wrong with you? I throw it all away for $1 or $2. I said it's so easy from that seat you're in, spending all of your days judging desperate men. Desperate times make some desperate men. And desperate men commit some dangerous sins. When the pantry is empty and the paper is thin. And desperate times make some dangerous men. Whoa, desperate times make some dangerous men. Thank you. Can't tell if it's hot in here. It's the flames for playing these songs on a Sunday. So, it's been really cool to see the world at a really stable state here lately. That's been great, haven't it? I'm not a really big political person. I can't probably tell you how many times I've watched the news in the last 10 years on one hand. But I sat down and turned it on the other day, and I decided to write this song right here. It's just what I took in that amount of time. This is called Waiting on the World to End. Well, we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. In the human race, we've reached last place, and there ain't no way to win. If you hear Jesus knocking, won't you tell him just come on in? 'Cause we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. But there's oil in the water, but none in the tank. Spending money on the bills, putting none in the bank. I think the whole world could use a damn drink right now. And no need to parent your mom or dad. Use a little medication and a new iPad. But when they don't leave home, don't be mad at them. We're just all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Yeah, we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. If it's all burning down, let's have a round, and I'll invite a couple friends. I'll bring the marshmallows, and y'all bring the gin, 'cause we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Well, the dog's got a muzzle and I do too. Can't believe a damn word on the evening news. There's a truth in every lie and a lie in every truth these days. Well, they're handing out pills like M&Ms, let you need chemo or insulin. Why we all so sick if we're all on medicine? We're just all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Yeah, we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. If it's all burning down, let's have a round and I'll invite a couple friends. I'll bring the marshmallows and y'all bring the gin, 'cause we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Oh, Dustin on steel guitar there. There's fires out west, a blizzard up north, fingers on the triggers getting ready for war. Lord, I don't know, can take much more of this. 'Cause every 4 years it's the same old thing, just a different brand of poison down the same old drain. You catch a lot of hell if you complain when you say they're all full of shit. But they're the reason we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Yeah, we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. If it's all burning down, let's have a round and I'll invite a couple friends. I'll bring the marshmallow and y'all bring the gin, 'cause we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Well, Merle left all his misery and he drank up all the gin. And we're all sitting around waiting on the world to end. Thank you. Another inspirational tune there for you. Don't worry, it gets worse. It's going to get worse or it gets better. You're not going to hear a lot of love songs. We're a bunch of sad people up here. I tell people all the time, it's like, I ain't got nothing against love songs. I like it. I just don't know how to say that again. Y'all done said it 8,000 times. I don't know what to do. And if I start singing them, I might get a record deal or get on the radio, and I really ain't got time for all that shit right now, so... I'm going to play you a single off my Dark Side of the Mountain record right here. It's probably one of my favorite songs on it. Based around the Cumberland River right here. It's called Cumberland River 58. Neon shines on the Cumberland River like the moon across the plains. Around 58 came a guitar picker. Billy Rollins was his name. He strolled on down to Printer's Alley and played a couple of songs. And then a fat cat in a cowboy hat said, "Boy, won't you come along? That voice is strong." He was spreading like wildfire across the land. The next Hank Williams, they said. He met a pretty woman at the Opry House. She took him back to bed. At the El Dorado motel room, there was no ring in sight, just a knock on the door that sounded like the Lord, and old fat cat saw his wife. Yeah, down at the bottom of the Cumberland River, it's as dark as night. Yeah, the water's too deep and the bank's too steep to ever crawl out alive. Yeah, down at the bottom of the Cumberland River, there's secrets you won't find. Like a 357, a 52 Gibson, and a boy in his prime, in his prime. searched and searched for 2 long months and never found a trace. It was rumored he went back to Austin and just couldn't handle the fame. Yeah, that fat cat's in his office with the next big sound. Said you'll sink or swim, don't let it pull you in. Boy, you might just drown. And down at the bottom of the Cumberland River, it's as dark as night. Yeah, the water's too deep and the bank's too steep to ever crawl out alive. Yeah, down at the bottom of the Cumberland River, there's secrets you won't find. Like a 357, a 52 Gibson, and a boy in his prime, in his prime. The neon shines on the Cumberland River like the moon across the plain. Thank you, guys. Man, it's awesome to be here. I got to go on hit the road with Jason last year, man, and that was a really big deal for me. Jason is somebody that I've looked up to and kind of modeled my own business after his. I really love his music and the way he's done things. It's awesome that DK asked me to come and hang out with these awesome singer-songwriters finishing up their tour. I closed down Edie's last tour, and now I'm closing down this one. So, I mean, bringing the closer, right? This is probably one of my favorite songs to go and do radio interviews about, just because it freaked out the DJs. I'd be like, Addison, tell us about this new song you got. And I go, well, it's about a guy that steals a Chevelle to sell fake drugs to the Italian mafia in New Orleans. And they kind of get really nervous. Like, hope I don't get fired for this. It's called a Rolling Stolen. I got a pound of white powder up under my bed, and I really gotta get it gone. So I went down to old Bobby Gentry's house, 'cause I knew he wasn't home. Yeah, I really had to hustle. That American muscle was tucked in the cut too fine. With a little hot wire, I was spinning tires and I heading towards the county line. And now I'm rolling stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the law on my hands and my foot on the gas, yeah, hauling them cartel bells. I gotta get there for the morning while the sheriff's still snoring and try to make that sale. Well, I'm a rolling stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. At 2 a.m. I came around the bend and I saw them flashing blue lights. So I grabbed me a gear and I started to steer up that old country hillside. Hey, Smoky Meat Bandit, you know I gotta hand it to them boys out there in blue. They were spinning like a top, had them kicking up rocks, but they hung in for a mile or two. And now I'm rolling stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the law on my hands and my foot on the gas. Boys, I'm hauling the mill. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure gonna spin it, and I got a good story to tell. Well, I'm a rolling stolen down to New Orleans in that old Chevelle. Well, I got to the spot and I made that drop, and they handed me an envelope. And And I left the French Quarter hauling for the border, 'cause I knew what they didn't know. Yeah, that pound of white powder was a pound of white flour. Those Italians were looking for me. They were shooting them pistols. I was flying like a missile, leaving the land of the free. And now I'm rolling, stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle. I got the mob on my ass and my foot on the gas. Boys, I'm hauling the mill. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm sure gonna spend it, and I got a good story to tell. Well, I'm a rolling, stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle. Well, I'm a rolling, stolen back from New Orleans in that old Chevelle. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. We're going to 20? Is that what we're going to? 6:20? Is that what time we're going to? Is that what we're doing? You tell me. You running the show? All right. Well, we got a few more here for you. DK wanted to hear this song, and I wasn't going to play it. It wasn't in the set, but what the boss man wants, the boss man gets. Well, I was going to play that song that he wanted to hear, but I got a whole book full of other ones I'd love to play. I been fortunate enough to tour full-time now for the last 6 years, and it's been amazing. It's all I ever dreamed of. You really got to love this stuff to do it. Whether it's sleeping in the van, changing in truck stops, eating fast food for every meal, you just got to love every piece of it. And I moved to town with about $50 in my pocket and was living on Evan Williams and pork rinds. And when it was really tough, it was just Evan Williams. And slowly but surely got here playing for y'all on a Sunday, so I appreciate you having me. Occasionally I'll get somebody come up to me and they're like, "Man, I'm really thinking about doing that music thing. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Are you sure you can't do anything else? You know, like cut grass or sell drugs, anything other than this?" This job is really perfect for people that don't know how to do anything else. So I wrote a song about it. It's called "You'll Do Just Fine." Well, a guy walked up to me after a show and said, "Hey, I'm a singer too. Yeah, I got a guitar and my Wranglers are starched and a brand new pair of boots. Yeah, I'm gonna go down to Nashville. They're gonna put my name in lights. But, man, I'm just getting started. Do you have any advice?" I said, "Friend, if you can stand the whiskey and the women and the picking and the sinning and the driving all damn day long, playing to the wall with no curtain call and writing your own damn songs, yeah, skipping meals, no record deal, and trying to make a dime, well, yeah, y'all, you'll do just fine." He said, "Come on now, it ain't that bad, yeah, I'm gonna be George Strait." Well, I just laughed and said, "Oh yeah, that's what they all say. It ain't a 10-year town for nothing. It's a honky-tonk fast food chain. You gotta sell your soul to neon. That's the only way you get to stay. Well, that, and if you can stand the whiskey and the women and the picking and the sinning and the driving all damn day long, the 10 or 12 years of beers and tears and writing your own damn songs, yeah, skipping meals, no record deal, and trying to make a dime, well, yeah, man, you'll do just fine." Well, after 10 minutes of talking to him, I could tell his mind was changed. He said, "Man, that sounds kind of rough. I thought you just got up there and sang." I said this life ain't for everyone, but it's the only one I know. So if you can't lay it on the line, you better stay your ass back home. So far, after thousands of shows and thousands of miles, like I mentioned earlier, eating fast food every meal, changing in gas stations, having some drunk come spit in your ear and tell you how his great uncle used to cut Conway Twitty's grass, opening up for Jason Eady on a Sunday. How about it? Y'all having a good time? After all that, I've been able to stand the whiskey and the women and the picking and the singing and the driving all damn day long. Playing to y'all with a curtain call and writing my own damn songs. Yeah, skipping meals, no record deal, and trying to make a dime. Well, yeah, y'all, I'm doing just fine. Oh, yeah, y'all, I'm doing all right. Thank you. All right. This is a new one right here. This is called Highway. I've got a half a pint of Seagram's and a Whataburger cup just south of Dallas, watching the sun come up, sitting outside of a motel room that looks worse than me. I need a pack of goodies, powder, and a Pedialyte if I'm gonna make it down to Houston tonight. 3 sheets to the wind, selling at 3/4 time. I've been living on the highway and highway too long. I've been feeling a low way. The highway never seems to lead me home. But I can't seem to quit it, trading miles for minutes and my heart for cowboy songs. I've been living on the highway too long. Yeah, the circles round my eyes match the circles in my mind from the circles I've been traveling damn near all my life. Got a hand on the wheel, but tough to tell who's driving who. And he's gotta have it, habits follow me from town to town, turn me bright as a light, pick me up and put me down. It's hard to chase a dream when you never close your eyes. Amen. I've been living on the highway too long. I've been feeling a low way. The highway never seems to lead me home. But I can't seem to quit it, trading miles and minutes and my heart for cowboy songs. I've been living on a highway too long. Sing with me here. Here we go. I've been living on the highway too long. I've been feeling a low way. The highway never seems to lead me home. But I can't seem to quit it, trading miles for minutes and my heart for cowboy songs. I've been living on a highway too long. Living on a highway too long. Well, we ain't got enough time for all that. You're going to have to come to another show. See, this is how I get you. I don't play your song, then you got to come back. Or you never listen to me again. Either way, it's your choice. I got one more for you guys. Thank you all so much for having me. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I grew up a really big George Jones fan and still am today. And guy was like my biggest hero as far as music. And I always wanted to write a George Jones song. And, of course, I was kind of too young to ever get to pitch him anything. So this is my George Jones song right here. I appreciate y'all spinning this one on Spotify and everything, and I got some T-shirts and CDs and stuff back there as well, but I really appreciate the 0.1 cent every time y'all stream this thing. You do it enough times, we'll come back and do this again. This is called Out of Control. Down in this ballroom, the sun shines through the blinds, and that stool is still warm from when I left it last night. The people pass by me like an old abandoned car, 'cause I'm a shaker for the makers, and it's making its mark. Out of control and out of my mind, over the limit, 'cause I know we're finished and I've crossed that line. Low down and lonesome with bloodshot eyes, out of control and out of my mind. Whoever said it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all? Ain't never been a hell drowning in wells with no last call. Well, I've got a problem, yeah, it's true. I've got a problem getting over you. I fell off that wagon when you went to packing for someone new. Out of control and out of my mind, over the limit, 'cause I know we're finished and I've crossed that line. Low down and lonesome, the bloodshot eyes, out of control and out of my mind. Get the white coats and padded walls, 'cause I'm mixing heartache with alcohol. Lord, I am down here on my knees, 'cause this handle's got a handle on me. Out of control and out of my mind, over the limit, 'cause I know we're finished and I crossed that line. my mind. Addison Johnson, y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.